Returning to my Coin Lady channel, I am pleased to see you again. Listen up, fellas. I want to fill you in on all the latest news from the past few weeks, with a focus on the SEC, due to the fact that the SEC has posed a significant issue for the past 3 to 4 years. Indeed, they have posed a significant challenge to the expansion of this entire area, preventing it from becoming not only 5 times larger, but 10 to 100 times larger than its current size. And if you find that number absurd or ridiculous, I want you to know that when we consider the potential size of cryptocurrency, it could be so large that hundreds of millions of people could own it overnight thanks to well-crafted regulations that encouraged widespread use. Some of the most significant steps toward making such a reality, not only in the US, but worldwide, are currently taking place at the SEC. First, this piece by Cynthia Loomis, in which she claims digital assets will determine the United States' fate. It can lead the way or lag behind. To help us asset managers compete on a global scale, I spearheaded an effort to get the SEC to clarify the constraints on staking digital asset ETPs. We do, in fact, have some information on the goals and rationale of this directive. The deadline for comments is April 1st, and we ask that they address the following questions, which are outlined here. This brings us full circle. Senators aren't the only ones who seem to be feeling the pinch from the SEC. Events in the past few weeks have taken us back to Davos, where Morgan Stanley and BlackRock both pleaded with the SEC to greenlight tokenization initiatives involving US stocks and equities. Now that we've given it some thought, the SEC seems to be under intense pressure from the most prominent figures right now. Wow, it's actually making a difference. We cross to this side. Recall when I broke the news that the SEC was temporarily halting several lawsuits, including, obviously, the Binance and Coinbase ones. Yeah. There are a couple more that could definitely be put on hold. This marked a significant change on the part of the SEC, as it once again demonstrated that this SEC is serious about changing its position from being anti-crypto to being in favor of innovation. They began by halting a large number of instances, but let's not forget to back advancement in the US regarding technology. The Ripple case is the most prominent item on this list, so naturally we examine it. We must maintain our attention on the Ripple case, because it is one of the largest crypto history cases, and it is still ongoing. April 16th is when that needs to be submitted. Many have speculated that a settlement deal is imminent, and we'll address that in the video. The SEC abandoned its appeal in the case involving crypto broker-dealer positions, which would have granted the agency jurisdiction over decentralized crypto protocols. This was the major development that came out on the 20th. It was a major one, and when you add in the halt in the cases, it seems like something is changing, as if it were occurring right now. We may disregard any speculation about this SEC's future stance on crypto. They have already shown and proven their support. However, this just happened as a swift follow-up. Yesterday, OpenSea, the SEC government's enforcement division, carried out yet another reversal. OpenSea, an NFT platform, is the subject of a final inquiry by the agency. The chief executive officer of OpenSea has finally provided an update. The probe into OpenSea is now complete, according to the SEC. No matter how big or little, every creator should have the freedom to construct without additional hurdles, and this is a gain for everyone involved in the creation and building sector. Attempts to designate NFTs as a security would have been a step backward, misinterpreting the law and stifling creativity. Listen, I couldn't agree more, and I see this as a major victory for the industry. And there were plenty more like this. I mean, consider what transpired, okay? First and foremost, there is a halt to the cases. Every defendant in every case dreams of hearing those two words. Case dismissed, and the SEC withdraws from its appeal in the crypto broker-dealer regulations case. The investigation is now closed with an OpenSea. The SEC government has decided to discontinue our case, and we may announce this today once the full commission approves. Neither a resolution nor a compromise will be possible. We are not accustomed to hearing that the SEC will just make a mistake. Our focus can wander from the task at hand. There is still work to be done. To prevent such illegal actions in the future, legislation is essential. We will not rest until we establish the precise responsibilities that are essential for the industry to flourish in the US. Working together is the key. Onward to the next stage of development, we anticipate collaborating with lawmakers and the SEC team. In the midst of this foolish witch hunt, I'd like to express my gratitude to the incredible Coinbase legal team, as well as our attorneys at Watch Hell, Sullivan, and Cromwell. Also, I'd like to express my gratitude to Brian Armstrong, and of course, a couple of their board members and others. In the face of a lawsuit filed by a prominent regulator, we had to alter the standard operating procedure for public companies. Creating groundbreaking technology that benefits humanity is once again a top priority for the United States. Even a lawyer specializing in this field has updated us on the situation, quoting this and saying that everyone was hoping the new SEC would halt their crypto regulation by enforcement campaign. So it's still unbelievable to see it happen this way. In order to avoid embarrassment, the agencies nearly never drop lawsuits without a settlement. We have achieved complete triumph. This is precisely why I have been emphasizing to everyone, and particularly XRP holders, that we will soon be entirely liberated from the SEC. Your attention in seeing my video is greatly appreciated. When you're done, hit that subscribe button and let me know what you think.